open up in matrix form. Please go to create. Too many files here open, so I just close my other files. It seems like lagging, so I just close this one. Okay, class, I think we are ready for that. So as usual, you go to start 2D sketch. So just select any of this work plane, default work plane, your preference work plane. Okay, class. The first sketch that I would like you to create will be rectangle. I have an important things that I would like to stress on. So if you start from rectangles actually, so you can see this is your origin here, right? This is your 0, 0, 0, your origin lah, basically. So it's the best if you can start from the origin itself, because this will become your default work plane. You can use the default work plane later. Later you can utilize default work plane if you use the origin. Okay. So what I would like you to do is you go to rectangle. Okay. The first starting point, so each and every time when you create your geometry lah, it's the best you utilize the origin. So you just go to rectangle, first point, snap to the origin here, please. 0, 0, 0 lah. Okay. Origin, green dot, drag, and then just drag one geometry like this. And then I would like you to provide, this one will be 25. And then the thickness will be 5. Okay. So please go to create this rectangle as our initial sketch. Okay. So I assume this one no problem on this. It's just a normal rectangle creation, nothing special regarding this. So once you are done, then please finish sketch. Okay, so what we intend to do is no more extrude. So you know extrude, you will bring this into a slab to the z-axis. So the next command, the one just beside next to extrude. So this is the one often used also. Okay, will be revolve. So revolve, you can have a look on the definition, is to create a features of body by revolving one or more sketches profile about an axis. Okay, the important thing is about an axis here. So just click on revolve, please. So once you only have one single profile of selection, so this one will be like extrude. Profile refer to the sketch itself. So automatically it will be selected. You see, highlighted already. So you see you have one profile here. Okay, the next concern will be axis. Okay, where is your center axis? So it will revolve along it. Okay, so your axis, I would like you to select this one here. Okay, I would like you to select this line. So once you click on this line, you will see it inform and it will act as an axis here. Okay, so this is what you call the revolve features. So you can see direction wise, you flip over in this case no difference. Okay, then symmetric and asymmetric will be similar. So the angle, you can manipulate the angle over here. You can try to 70, then 180, okay, 90 degree, and so on. So for this case, we have 360 lah. We'll circle itself. So on the variables, you can manipulate this over here. Okay, so this is what we call a revolve. Then click OK on that. So this is your revolve features. Okay, so you might ask me, you have actually, for these particular features here, you can use extrude, right? Just use one extrude, then bring it down, extrude that particular sketch. Of course, you can do this, but if later in a particular task, when the instruction is you must utilize revolve actually, so the only way you can do it is by using the previous step lah. Okay, so this is another options besides an extrude. Okay, so far any problem? It's very straightforward, right?
There's no problem, sir.
No problem. Okay, the next one, which I would like to stress to you will be, please go to the default work plan in your browser here. Okay, I would like you to select the one, whether if in my case, I will select XY or you select the one YZ plane. Both are acceptable. So pick one. Okay, so in this case, I select XY. So I would like to create a sketch on this work plane, you see. So you will see this work plane is, it cut through the middle, the center point of this my geometry here. Okay, it actually cut through. So that's why you utilize the origin. If later stage, I will show to you another case, if you don't start your sketch on the origin itself, so you need to actually create this middle work plane. But of course, you can create it manually, but it will require more steps. So later I will go to that. Okay, so please select one work plane here, please. So go to right hand click in your browser and go turn on the visibility. Okay, turn on the visibility, please. So you see when you click in your drawing canvas here, you have this work plane here, which is visible. Okay, this is browser. In browser will be like this. So when you go to your drawing canvas, actually it's not visible for your selection. So you need to go to the browser, select the work plane, then right hand click, turn on the visibility of it. Okay, go to turn on the visibility. So what we intend to do with this will be, I would like you to start 2D sketch. Then you can click, okay. It straight away select it already, okay, sorry. I will redo this one. So start 2D sketch here, right? So the intention of this work plane is, it will enable us to do a selection here. You see, we can click on this one. We want to actually create our secondary sketch on this work plane. That's why you need to turn on the visibility of it. So 2D sketch, then click. Okay, so you are able to sketch on the middle work plane now. You see, middle work plane, if in 3D. So in 2D, it will look like this. So you can turn it around. Okay, so the next one that I would like you to do is you go to slice the graphic. Okay, because we want to create our sketch on the middle parts, on the middle parts of this feature itself. So it's F7. So you can press on F7, or you go to the bottom part of here. Okay, your status bar here. Then you will have this slice graphic. So click on it. Okay. Anything happen on your display? Do you see any difference happen to your display?
It's a
Yeah, so you see in 3D, I showed to you, it will be more visible. You see, yeah? So you can, if you slice your graphic, actually, you are actually seeing the cross sections of your work plan here, cross sections. Okay, so what we intend to do here will be, we want to create two rectangles on the edge of here, the middle work plane. So go to rectangle, snap towards the endpoint, endpoint, then create one rectangle here, and then another one here on the opposite. Also another one here. So we have two rectangles here. So I will let you to provide the dimension. So one is 9. Another one here will be at, okay, you have and 9. Okay, how can I ensure that my right hand side is always follow the one on the left hand side? Anything you can think of? I don't want to apply dimension here again on my right hand side.
equal.
Equal. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, equal. So you can utilize equal here, which you put equal horizontal line and horizontal line. Okay, so it will follow accordingly. And then the vertical line, vertical, vertical. So you will see the geometry once you change the from this one, for example, I change to 5. So the one on my right hand side, it will follow accordingly. Okay, just let it remain at that. So equal, please go to utilize the equal command. Okay, once you are done with that, any problem so far? Am I going too fast or you are able to follow the pace?
Everything's good, sir.
Everything is good. Okay, very good.
Repeat from the the color thingy that one.
Which one, my color thing? You don't have girl?
The chocolate one.
F7? You mean F7?
The one just like yes, that one from that one.
This one? Or you miss out from here, so you don't have the rectangle lah. Do you have this rectangle here? Or you just miss out this F7 actually? If F7
I
here,
haven't have the rectangle one.
okay, you see. It will be like this, you see. F7 is just to slice the graphic. So please go to press on F7 or on your status bar here, you have F7. This button here you can press on. You press on. Do you have this outcome? Yes, let me know that first. Yes or no? No?
Haven't.
No, do you, when you press on this button or F7, do you have this kind of effect?
Just now I have the button, but then it's suddenly gone.
You press F7, please. On your hotkey, keyboard there, press F7. Then do you have this?
F7.
Yeah.
No, haven't.
No, when you already press on your F7, you don't have this kind of output, is it? Okay, or you say you are saying this your status bar here missing. Okay, if your status bar here is missing, or your view cube or your navigator bar or actually your browser please go to view. Please go to view here, your user interface here. check on status bar.
Okay.
Maybe here missing, right? You see, it's not visible. So please check on the status bar itself.
Yeah.
Is it visible now?
No.
Still no.
It ada, but it's now, but then it's suddenly gone.
Maybe later you restart lah. Okay. So if you don't have this kind of effect, okay, you still can draw this one, no problem. You still can draw this one, but you have to ensure that you are at the middle here lah. Okay, your work plan tu dekat tengah-tengah. Tengah-tengah kah?
Okay.
Okay, I just delete this one. I repeat. Later you go, if you're unable to follow now, maybe you miss out the previous step or what, then you need to go back to refer back to the video. So if you have a condition like this, you have to ensure that you are at the middle work plan. Okay, it slices through half of your features. So the next thing that you need to do will be, okay, if you don't slice your graphic, also you should be able to do like this. Go to rectangle, go to the endpoint. Okay, endpoint must be in green dot. So green dot here, you click, create one rectangle. Okay, then you go to the opposite side. Also, you have to ensure green dot here, green dot endpoint. Another one over here. So just two rectangle, and then you provide the dimension here. Dimension will be 9 and add. And then add. Are you able to do this?
Okay.
Yes, I cannot hear you clearly.
I can do it.
Can I? Okay. So if you can do it on your left-hand side, we want to actually apply equal constraint. So that on my right-hand side now, I don't need to reapply the same dimension. So the whole purpose will be equal here. Go to your constraint, geometrical constraint. So this horizontal line and this horizontal line will be the same dimension, and this vertical line and this vertical line will be the same. Okay, equal vertical and horizontal line. So that's the thing you need to do. So if you're able to slice your graphic, will be like this lah. But later slicing graphic will be, you will need this in the next step, because later you are going to sketch inside your features, you see, internally. Okay, so but never mind, later maybe you save first this file, then you exit the inventor, then you open it again so that maybe you have this status bar visible to you. Otherwise, if any one of you actually lose your browser, okay, and actually this view cube and navigator bar, please go to view here, user interface, then check on. So maksudnya later if browser saya hilang, you too panic, browser hilang mic, so you can actually turn it on over here. User interface, user interface. Okay, so next one. Please finish with your sketch. So the next thing, okay, we are going to do Revolve again for these features. Okay, go to Revolve. Okay, so since you have more than one profile, okay, you need to pick up select the profile itself. So the profile will be referring to these two rectangles that you have just created. Please select your profile. Okay, select profile. Again, please read on your status bar. So next one, after you have selected your profile, then you go to axis here. Okay, axis. Click on here. Click. Select axis. So you're supposed to have this center line here. Okay, so if you are using what we call the default origin, then you can select the y-axis, you see? Y-axis. So please select axis here. Then you go to your browser here, you will see the y-axis. So once you click on your axis, you will see, okay, you have a preview of these Revolve features ready for you. Okay, so accordingly to the drawing given to you, we want this one to be 90° only, right? You want this one to be 90°, and then I would like to put it as symmetric. Okay, please change the behavior. Yeah.
My my y-axis is not in the middle of the.
That's why you missed a very crucial part at the beginning of this session. So later you go have a look on the video. Because when you mention like that, I know more or less what is your problem already. You remember that initially, paling awal lah, later when we start with our this Revolve features, we start on from the origin. Bermula dari asalan. So once you bermula dari asalan, then baru kita boleh gunakan origin sini, default work plan and then the axis. Okay, so you just listen to the instruction lah. Later you return back, then you redo in order for you to submit to the CDOS. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, so starting point is very important. That's why. Okay, you need to start your rectangle from the origin. Then only you're able to utilize all these origin in your browser. Okay, so for the rest of you, please follow through. Go to select symmetric, and then angle here put in 90°. So symmetric will be like this. It will divide equally. Okay, so click OK on this. So we have these Revolve features here.
Sir, ikaw mana exist to, sir?
Axis here. Okay, I undo first. I undo here. Okay, select your profile will be these two rectangle. Okay, ensure that is highlighted here now. Okay, now you go to click on the axis. Select axis, right? You must click. Then only they actually assume this one is done. Then you go to select axis, click. You go to your browser. Okay, browser origin here, right? You expand the origin, then you should able to find the y-axis here. So click on the y-axis. Click, So you will see this axis here. So depend on your the work plan that you have just created. So maybe yours one is z-axis or x-axis. You have to look for the middle axis. Okay. Are you able to find it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, okay, good. So I'll put in 90°, and then I want it to be symmetric. Okay, put in 90°. Good. Okay. So once you have finalized this, then please click OK for this. So that is our Revolve features, second Revolve features. Second Revolve features. So if you have a look on your geometry again, okay, you have another Revolve features, which is inside, in the internal part of this part itself. Okay, the next thing that I would like you to do in order for you to create the third Revolve features here. Okay, this default work plan now you can turn off the visibility already. Go to the browser, then you can turn off the visibility. Click once more, then that's all. So it's not in your display anymore. Okay, go look for another work plan which is 90°, 90° to the previous middle work plan. So in my case will be YZ plan. In my case now will be YZ plan. Please have a look on this. So again, we would like to repeat the same step as the previous Revolution 2 features. It will be the same, except that now you are going to create the profile internally inside your the parts now. So go to XYZ plane. Okay, visibility here. You need to turn on the visibility from your browser. Then start 2D sketch again. Select the work plane. Okay, the step will be similar like the previous features. But of course, this one, since we are going to sketch internally, dekat dalam our parts itu, so you need to slice the graphic. Okay, this is compulsory for you to slice the graphic. Okay, because our profile now will be inside here, you see, inside here. So please go to create two rectangles, one here, another one on the opposite side. Okay. So I like to provide straight away the dimension 2.5, and then I have this one at 5. So the one on my right hand side will be equal to the one on my left hand side. So this one will be over constraint because I have utilized the collinear just now. Okay, so please go to create this one. I give you a minute for you to complete this actually. So create this profile like this. So if I press on the F7, you see it's actually inside my here, internally, yeah. Okay. So 2D wise, it will look like this. Any inquiry on this?
No, sir.
No. Other than Leonard lah. Leonard, just now the rectangle, you start from here. Starting point, you draw one rectangle here. Later when we do it back. Okay, so no problem on this. Okay, very good. Just finish your sketch. Okay. So we have these two internal profile here. You see internal dekat dalam. Okay. So revolve. So we need to pick these two profile. Even though it's inside our parts, you're still able to do the selection. Okay, profile selection 1 and 2. You're still able to select these two profiles. So it will be the same like the previous. Here, select your profile, then you go to your axis. Okay, so also the y-axis, you will see the preview here. Okay, but in this case now, we would like the output to be cut, please. We don't want join. So this one will be similar to extrude on the output here. Switch from join to cut. Switch from join to cut. So you have these cut features now. Cut. And we would like to have 90 degree also. and also symmetric. So it will look like this. It will look like this. Okay. Cut, So profile will be the two rectangle you have just created. Axis will be the y-axis also. So behavior direction will be symmetric. Angle will have 90 degree. And then the most important thing for this one is the previous revolve will be joined. So this one, please change to cut. Please change to cut. Okay, you have the revolve cut features here now. And then click OK. Okay, so this is cut revolve. And then of course we don't want this work plan to be visible to your client, right? Okay, so please turn this one off. And last and for all, for this particular drawing, what you have here will be what you have here. The next one, your last step.
Hole.
Last step will be hole, right? Okay, so this hole, please have a look on the variables given to you. Parameter will be 10, diameter 10, diameter 10. So last and for all will be holes. So holes, so you will see revolution 1, 2, 3 holes here. So this is a concentric hole, concentric. So because you have a circular edges as your reference, you see. So the first input that you need to provide will be, what should I do, class? What should you do when you want to create a secure concentric hole?
Select your plan.
Select your plane, okay? So it can be here, right? Can be this surface, or you can turn it around here on the bottom surface here. So it's up to your preference actually. So maybe I select this bottom surface. Okay, next one. So once you already select the surface that you want to create the hole, the next important input that you need to provide will be, you see the center point is not at the center. It doesn't follow the center point of these circular edges. So what you need to do?
Constraint.
Constraint.
The sideline.
Click. Can I click this?
No.
Click this. Click this. Which one should I click?
Bottom left.
Bottom. Left hand side bottom here.
Yeah.
Here. Okay, if I click here, what will happen? Is it possible? Okay, you see, I click this one here. It still turn back to the center point here. So you will see for our circular shape here, actually, you can click on any circular edges as your reference. Because all of them, they have the same center point. All these circular edges that we have here, they either is this one, this side, here or here, right? They all have the same center point. Do you agree on that?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you can select any of these circular edges, okay? So not necessarily must be here. It's a correct answer, one of the answer. But I can click on these edges, this one, or this one. Okay, just select any of those edges and diameter will be 10, right? Okay. So when you rotate your features upwards, you can see here all the top surface. Actually, you can select this top surface here. No problem on that. And then the circular reference, you can click on these edges, this one, and so on. So click OK here. Okay, this is about Revolve. And you have your mesh equivalence to?
Sir,
Hmm.
about the Revolution 2 and 3, is it? one or two. Yeah, that one. No. Which one? No. Revolution 2 and 3. Is it 90° or 60°?
90°, right?
Because if I look at the
Oh, another one is
set-
60°. Okay. I get what you mean. Okay, now we find out that we make some mistake on the, this is top one. Top one is 60° lah. Top one. So what should we do?
go
Okay,
to
very good. Okay, this top part actually is 60°. It's not 90. So where should we go to amend our drawing? Or we should undo until we reach, then we do the revolution 3 and the holes.
Double click the resolution too.
Double click on the revolution 2. Okay, try double click. Okay, very good. Then
edit sketch.
Change the degree.
Edit feature.
okay, this is how you edit features. Okay, edit features, or you can go over here, revolution 2, identify where is your mistake, right hand click and edit features. Okay, there are two types of editing you can do. As I mentioned earlier, if you find out something wrong with your sketch, then you can go edit sketch. Okay, but basically this is nothing about our sketch, right? This is the features itself. Since when we revolve it, we got the wrong angles itself. So this was supposed to be 60. Okay, it's supposed to be 60°. Very good.
So and the revolution 3 also, I think it's not 90°.
It's not 90°, huh? Okay,
Yeah.
it's 60, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, okay, yeah, put in 60°. Thank you very much for your feedback. Okay, we have here the 60°, and also revolution 3. Please change it. Also, edit sketch or double click. So edit features. So this one changed to 60° also. Okay, so 60 and 60, yeah. So again, this is the main advantage of Inventor lah, where you can actually identify where is your input mistake, then you can actually amend from the browser itself. Okay, please change to 60°, and then the answer will be
0.012 kilogram.
0.01.
0.012 kilogram.
Well, I have different answer here. Which one is correct one? 0.01 or 0.012 kilogram?
0.012, sir.
0.012. Okay. So once I update mine, okay. So if you did everything in the proper way, and of course you need to change the angle, okay, to 60°, then the answer for the mass will be 0.012 kilogram. Okay, 0.012 kilogram. That's the answer for this exercise itself.